So, fellas, spoke to you both in the dressing room. You both know I expect. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both you watch your heads in close. Good luck to you both. Just gloves. Good luck, lads.
Well, Matt, this is an interesting situation for Okolie. 10 fights in, British champion, former Commonwealth champion, reigning, defending tonight, WBA Continental champion. Yet here he finds himself under some fairly severe pressure, to be honest, to perform and to win, and to win well.
Yeah, exactly, and I think the reason for that is because of the nature of his last performance. Even though he won the fight, it was, you know, a terrible fight. He was lucky, very lucky not to get disqualified. Had several points taken off, and yeah, it was tedious to watch, and that's putting it nicely. But you know, in a way, it's a shame really, because it takes away a little bit the fact that he is British champion after 10 fights. He has wins against Isaac Chamberlain, who was 9-0 going into their fight, Luke Watkins, who was 13-0 going into the fight, and also Matty Askin, then who he did beat. You know, he won the fight, even though it was a bad fight to watch. He won that fight, and it's a shame really, because he's 10-0, not very experienced, very limited amateur amount of fights. Yes, he went to the Olympics, but he didn't have a long amateur career, didn't have good foundations there, yet he's found a way to get these wins to achieve, and after 10-0 he's British champion. So, you know, the bad thing about boxing is you're only as good as your last fight, and the good thing about boxing is you're as good as your last fight. So he puts in a good performance here, and I'm sure the Matty Askin fight will soon get forgotten about.
Well, it's a new year, it's all about new beginnings and a future, and Okolie, with a new trainer, Barry Robinson, they've been working on his agility, his lateral movement. Robinson felt that a problem in the past was that he would move forwards and backwards in straight lines, which, when he shut down his own space, it was easy for his opponent to shut it down, and that was why we saw the kind of contest we saw at Wembley. At the workout, we saw him pivoting around his front foot a lot more, and there's definitely been a different kind of regime in place under Robinson. Nice right hand there from Okolie, just snuck round the back of the guard. He hasn't been too expansive in this opening round so far, but just beginning to put a bit more weight on his shots now.
Yeah, good right hook there again. I think the thing with Okolie is he's wiry, he hits quite hard, he's got good range, but he lacks a bit of fundamental skills, the foundation. He struggles at distance. You can take the distance away from him fairly well. When up close, he struggles to fight at medium range, and on the inside, yeah, at long range, when he keeps at the end of that jab and he can chop that long right hand down, he's dangerous, he hits hard. But I think he needs some work in the gym. He needs to work hard in sparring at that medium distance, and on the inside he needs to work on that aspect of his game. Good right hook going in there behind the ear.
Well, he was out at camp with Tyson Fury, of course, helping him prepare for Deontay Wilder, and that would have been invaluable experience. Nothing can prepare you for facing Tyson Fury. I don't think there's anybody else in the world who could give you the kind of experience that he can. And Okolie just looking to try and turn up the heat a touch towards the end of this opening round, just shaping with that left hook a couple of times, as yet really to throw it, looking for that long, rangy 1-2. Lodi just trying to tuck up on the ropes as we head towards the belt. Worked out, hopefully it may still do so for the near future. He's certainly an interested observer. Interesting, Matt, to listen to what Barry Robinson was saying to Okolie between rounds there, and just interesting to learn a bit about his background during the week. Joined the US Navy when he was 18, boxed in the Navy. When he came out, started working in combat sports. He also coaches MMA fighters, Muay Thai fighters, takes short-term contracts all over the world, really. So he's not your traditional, if you like, boxing coach.
Yeah, and I think Okolie probably needs a good, very experienced boxing coach. I think he needs a lot of work in the gym. He needs to work on several aspects of his game. I mentioned his inside work, his medium distance combinations. When he's got you on the end of the jab and he can chop that long right hand down, he's effective, you know, and he's found a way to win and to achieve at a level that he doesn't really have the schooling to be at. But nonetheless, he's there because of his physical attributes, because of his character, his maybe self-belief, his strength of will. But he does need a lot of work in the gym on his technical side of things, on his variety, combinations, mixing up the distance.
An interesting move that Robinson made, actually, was He's been training at the Peacock, Okolie. They spent 3 days down there. Then Robinson decided it wasn't private enough, basically. It's a terrific gym, but it's very, very busy. You're often sharing rings with other people and getting in there when you've got the opportunity. People always wanting to spar. He didn't feel that it was private enough for them to do the kind of focused, structured training that he wanted to be able to get with him. And he's quite vocal in the corner there, Robinson, and Okolie just beginning to get through here every now and again.
Yeah, he's very strong, Okolie. For a tall, upright, skinny kind of guy, he's deceptively strong physically, and he hits hard with that right hand, which he drives it in behind the gloves. He's gone southpaw now. That must be something they've been working on in the gym.
Oh, left to the body, and down goes Lodi right in front of us. He's face down at the minute, rolls his eyes as he looks towards the corner, gets back to his feet, and he's regained him in pretty good time. Just over 30 seconds remaining in the round, but he went to the body there, Okolie. That's not something we've seen him do too much of in his career so far. Shaping again with that left hand.
Oh, there's a good body shot going in. I thought it was a head shot that caused the knockdown. I'd like to see that again, but he's after landing a good body shot there, Okolie. Oh, big 1-2.
The 1-2, and down he goes again here. Lodi again on his knees, propped up on his gloves, gets back to his feet. This has been a torrid second round for him. This will be a 10-7. I don't think the scorecards are going to be of any great relevance in this one, to be honest. There goes the bell at the end of the round, and he heaves in a deep, deep breath there, Lodi, as he goes back to his stool. The very experienced figure of Giuseppe Lowry in the corner there with him.
And then the 1-2 looked like it kind of half missed, but must have landed behind the ear or low on the jaw. Might see it at a better angle here, no. But I think the thing with Okolie is whatever you technically or whatever his shortcomings are, he's without doubt heavy-handed, he's without doubt physically very strong, and he's a bit of a nightmare to fight, really.
So bell goes for the start of round 3, and what is noticeable, and it was noticeable at the workout, is that he's not putting as much into every shot, particularly that right hand every time he throws it. Okolie, he knows that is his money punch. It always has been, and he has to in the pros, and he's landed it again there and just knocks him back into the ropes there, Lodi. There wasn't a huge amount on that, but every time it lands clean on him, he just can't seem to stay on his feet. And if he goes down again, then Howard Foster will start to have a serious think about this. He doesn't look that hurt, but he's got to try and stay on his feet. Okolie switching southpaw there briefly, more to confuse his opponent than anything else.
There's that left hook again. One thing we know about Okolie is he's heavy-handed. He throws that long right hand really well behind the jab. There's a right hand again.
Chopping right hand, and down he goes. He keeps getting caught, Tamas Lodi. And Howard Foster will count again and have a good look at him. And then he waves it off, and I'm not surprised that he did that. I did think he might, because he's just had too many trips to the canvas there, Tamas Lodi. And cumulatively, and it's going to start having an effect. There was no way back for him. And Okolie has done what he needed to do here tonight. Lodi was brought here with a view to him doing exactly this. It was a very important fight, this, for him, Okolie, and what he absolutely did not need was somebody who was going to come and try and hold and clinch and spoil him. The personality, the swagger, the chat, and after that last performance we needed to see a little bit of a renaissance. Let's not get too carried away, but it was better.
Yeah, I mean, Lodi was here to do what he'd done, really, but it was the nature of the win. Okolie, very heavy-handed, really good right hand behind the jab, but we know he can do that, Andy. We know he's very good at long range. We know he's physically very strong. We know he hits hard. What we do need to see, and we didn't see it tonight, but we'll hopefully see it down the line, is can he fight on the inside? But does he at least know what to do when fighters come up close to him on the inside? Can he nullify them? Can he tie them up, push them off, get room? Against Matty Askin, he was just holding far too much and hence got 3 points off. So we do need to see that he can improve in that area. But of course, when he gets them at range and he can keep them on the end of the jab, and he manages to chop the right hand in, we know how effective he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, Lawrence Okolie, victorious tonight. And we've got some late breaking news. Do we have Wadi Camacho in the house? Macho Man, is he out here? Where's the here we go. The Macho Man coming in. He's got the Commonwealth belt. Lawrence has got the British belt. March 23rd at the Copper Box. We've got a British and Commonwealth unification fight. Wadi Macho Man Camacho and the Sauce Lawrence Okolie. Live on Sky Sports. Just announced.
Well, we thought that this fight was in the works. We thought that we might see it tonight, but we will see it on March the 23rd, and that is a bill that is really shaping up. There's been some chat between these two over the last few weeks. He came to the press conference 3 weeks ago, Wadi Camacho.
All right, once again, let's get a nice round of applause out here. Camacho, Okolie, March 23rd, Copper Box, live on Sky Sports. Okay, I've also been told we've got another bout on March 23rd at the Copper Box. This should be a great one, for the vacant British light heavyweight title. We've got Joshua Buatsi in the house. Is Buatsi here? There we go, Joshua Buatsi in the house. And we've got the former English champion from Barrow in Furness, Liam Conroy. Here we go. All right, let's face these guys off.